By the time you finish this video, you will understand the fundamental ideas that make the web work. This is not about memorizing code in 10 minutes. That would be an impossible promise. Instead, this is about building a mental map. You will learn what the core components of a website are, how they fit together, and what to focus on first. Web development is not a single skill, but a collection of distinct parts. Grasping this distinction turns an overwhelming mountain of information into a clear path with manageable steps. We will demystify jargon like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript by translating them into simple, relatable concepts. Think skeleton for structure, paint and furniture for appearance, and functional parts for doing things. By the end, you will know what these technologies do and leave with a clear, actionable plan. At its heart, a website is simply a collection of files stored on a special, always-on computer called a server. When you type a web address into your browser, you ask that server for those files. Your browser reads them and uses the instructions inside to draw the site on your screen. To make this tangible, think of a website as a house. The land and utilities represent the server and internet infrastructure, the foundation that makes access possible. The browser is like the front door and windows, the way you see and interact with what is inside. Construction begins with structure. On the web, that structure is HTML, the skeleton of the page. Once the frame is up, CSS makes it livable and pretty. Colors, fonts, spacing, layout. JavaScript is wiring, plumbing, and appliances. It adds interactivity. Turn on lights, open the garage, run the dishwasher. The first pillar of any web page is structure, defined by HTML, your architect blueprint and framing plan. HTML uses tags to label content and give it meaning and purpose. An H1 tag says, "This is the most important heading." A P tag says, "This is a paragraph of text." Other tags define links, images, and lists. Your first goal, be comfortable with basic tags. A clean HTML structure is a non-negotiable foundation. If HTML is the skeleton, CSS is skin, hair, and clothing, the full presentation of your site. With CSS you set colors and typography, build layouts with grid or flexbox, and add breathing room with spacing. CSS selects HTML elements and applies rules to them. For example, find all H1 headings and make them blue and larger. This separation lets you change the entire look without touching the HTML. JavaScript powers behavior. Click a button and a menu appears. A form gives instant feedback. That is JavaScript. Web development is often divided into front-end and back-end development. The front-end covers everything users see and interact with. HTML for structure, CSS for style, JavaScript for behavior. Your browser downloads and runs these files on your device. Front-end developers craft seamless, accessible, and visually pleasing experiences.